Today I'm going to show you guys how to use Pixlr Editor to create the selective color look. So I'll go ahead and open my image. I just pulled a picture from the web from Google onto my desktop. So if I want to take something in this picture and have the background be black and white, yet have that specific object in color, I need to do what we would do before in Photoshop and make an extra layer. So I need to duplicate my layer. Once I do that, we're going to see I have my background here that's locked, so that's my color layer, and I have my background copy on top. Now I need to make that background copy, this whole thing, black and white, so that I can then kind of pick up some of the color again. So one easy way to do this is to go to Adjustment, and we're going to go to Desaturate. What that's going to do is it's going to take all the color out of the photo. If you look here on the layers though, I still have the background layer with the color in it. So what I would do now is go to my eraser tool, and if you're not sure which one that is, if you kind of hover over it, it's going to say eraser tool or E. Then I'm going to go ahead and start erasing the black and white to reveal the color underneath. One good thing to note is I can zoom in over here on my navigator and kind of scroll so that I have this in my picture frame. So this will make it a little bit easier to kind of color that in and just kind of focus in on that a little more. So up here at the top, we have a few different things. There's a couple different, options it gives me for the eraser tool. I can make the eraser really small. So see how small my pointer is? I can make it really big. I can make the edges a little bit blurry. I can make it square. I can make it, a shape if I need to do that. Let's say I wanted to have, some stars on my orange, that's fine. But I'm personally just going to kind of blend in the whole thing. So let's see. This might be a good start to kind of go across most of the space. I can always go back and make that smaller if I'm getting too close to the edge and I'm worried about kind of picking up color from something that I don't want. So when that happens, I'm probably going to go to a smaller brush, but I'm also going to kind of go to this blurred edge so that way it's not so sharp of a contrast there. So I'm going to go ahead and now I can kind of just draw along my edge. If there's some space in between here, I can kind of just, go over that a few times. Kind of draw along the edge there. And we'll go back and forth here a couple times. So by having that edge blurred and not having it just the flat edge, it kind of keeps me from having that really harsh line there. And if I'm getting to this angle here and I'm not really too sure, I can always zoom in again. And then see if that kind of helps me draw along that edge there. Kind of went out the edge there a little bit. I'll redo that. And once I think I have that good, I think I went out a little bit there. And I can always zoom out and check and see if I think that's going to look all right. So it's always good to go and kind of shorter brush strokes, then if you do kind of go outside the edge like I did there, we can go back and undo it. It's probably a little bit easier for you guys to do with your mouse than on the screen on my Mac. So you have to kind of use your fingers. Okay, so when I think I've got most of that filled in, like I said, I can always zoom out. And if I think that looks okay, then I can go ahead and save that. I pulled this off the internet, so it's got some kind of wallpaper name. I can spell that right. Save that as a JPEG. I always try to up the quality as much as I can so that when I save it, and you can save it to your Pixar library if you have an account, or you can save it to your computer. So it's up to you. And that works for me. And we are done.